Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about the 1 hour rule. And, wind is a great example. Let's click on this chart here. And, basically I explained this inside of Power Plan Trades, but I'm going to just talk about it. So, as you can see this stock here, what this did was confirm late. And if we go to the charts and we go to wind here, you can see what happened. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean here that just because something confirms the wrong way that that the stock's going to go lower. But for some reason, this 1 hour rule, it works, of a study that I've done, it works more often than not, 9 out of 10 times. So what's the 1 hour rule mean? Well, let's put up a 1 hour chart here, or sorry, yeah, we'll use a 30-minute chart here. Now, in theory, the volume in wind wasn't high enough by 10:30. This is half an hour at 9:30, 10:30. This was the 5th of January. Okay, and basically what happened was this happened to confirm towards the end of the day. Now, in my chart, I explained how I was looking for this stock, and it's an example that if because the volume was good, and in this case the 73 level was another buy point, I was looking to see what kind of power we had once the stock closed at 12 p.m. This is, again, most likely when stocks don't confirm within the first hour, they're not going to do much for us. We would leave it alone. However, if they happen to move like wind did, and this is the example here, what I look for is the 12 o'clock close. So, for example, the stock, as you can see, by 12 o'clock, which is here, the stock closed at 70.86. So therefore, I was looking for power towards the high, which was 72.64. As you can see, the stock never could confirm. So then I made an update, okay, on WYNN. So let's go back to the daily chart. Well, let's go to this chart here, right? Let me just can I scroll? I can't get this part. Okay. Yeah, basically, because way I filmed this, we can't get the whole chart here. But what I said here is wind is still set up to move higher, but this must really show us the power as this keeps failing to hold gains near 73. Basically, what I said here is wind needs to break above 71.50 on some strong volume on 600K on a 15-minute chart is the least it should do. If the volume is not there, then watch for power and volume as it tries to break 72.60. Well, anyways, this should be done within the first hour of trading. Now, basically, of course, the market was very negative. Wind happened to open up at 66 from 70.07, and then just fell out of bed. Okay. Now this has happened before, by the way, in other stocks. So let me put up GPro of the 1 hour rule. Believe it or not, this stock here confirmed late in the day as well, GPro. I had made a video, I had made a plan way back in April 2015. This is just another example. I've run a lot of stats on this, and for some reason, 9 out of 10 times, the best setups confirm within the first hour. Earlier is better, but at least within the first hour. Sometimes they happen to go in the next, maybe 10 minutes out of the gate of 10. The point being is, in this video, in this example, the 1 hour rule really just applies WYNN, because I would have to make statements, but the 1 hour rule really applies to the first hour of trading on a specific confirmation trade. Okay, so there you have the 1 hour rule explained. Listen to the video carefully. But 1 hour rule is the first 1 hour of trading. Okay, and you look for the volume, because volume towards a price is a very powerful sign, especially when when the stock is ready for setup. Now, what do I expect from my followers? So if you're a new follower, what do I expect you to do as a follower? Well, there's two type of followers: elite followers and basically irregular followers. Irregular followers, what I want people to do is at least make comments on Power Trigger Trade Twitter. So for example, you can do retweets and favorites. Okay, and if you're an elite follower, what you want to do is you want to also reply, make a comment, and then you hit the tweet button. Let me reload this. That way you get into the message box, right? And then, or you can do retweets. When you do a retweet, you add a comment and you hit retweet, okay? And that's what an elite follower should do. But as a regular follower, you should be trying to make comments on Power Trigger Trade Twitter, on things you've witnessed. So doing retweets, favorites, being active. That way, I know you're around. At least when you can, at least on a weekly basis. Elite followers, they're more active. You want to be more active on a daily basis, and you can do things like making comments on Power Trigger Trade stock twits, and I really appreciate that. Okay, I want people to be active within reason. Okay, I'm not going to make it as strict as I usually did, just because some people don't have the time, and I understand that. But you want to be active, and it's pretty simple how to be active. You just look at what other people have done in the past, what are doing. When you're making comments, I want more and more people to make comments. Shares can be done as well, as long as the stream is not too busy. So, for example, let's say you wanted to share something like this chart here, or WYN, because that's something I just you check the stream first, WYN. This way no one can complain that you're spamming. But for example, see this? I posted something here. So for example, if you see that I posted or someone else has retweeted something, you don't need to share the chart. But if you see that I'm not around, for example, let's pretend you're looking at Win and you see that my charts are not around, and you want to share them because you really like them, then you can do what's called a retweet. And again, that's appreciated. So there you have, people. How to be a follower. That's my stream. How to be a follower on Power Trigger Trade. It's very simple, but you want to be, like I said, regular followers at least want to be somewhat active within, usually not taking longer than a week. If I find you're not active enough, I'm saying on a weekly basis, by making you can also make favorites on Power Trigger Trade as well, right? So power plan trades as well. But that's not enough. You should be doing something like favoriting something that you like, but you don't have to always do that. You do that when when it's applicable, when you like something. But you try to be active. You should be able to be active regularly, at least on a weekly basis. At least once or twice a week. That's about it. That way I know you're around and you're a serious follower. But elite followers try to be active daily, and you know what to do, elite followers. Thanks for listening. Like the video.